10 egg yolks, the egg whites that's being separated from the yolks, you want to whip it until it's nice and fluffy and then set it aside. And then you add the flour, the sugar, the oils to the yolks. You want to mix it for about 2 to 3 minutes or until it's well mixed. Now you want to add half of the egg whites into the mixture. And at this point you do not want to stir. You just want to gently fold the egg whites into the mixture. And then add the rest of the egg whites into the mixture, and then once you're done mixing it, it will come out nice and fluffy. And remember, do not stir, just gently fold it, the whites into the mixture. And then you want to turn on the oven to 350, and then you want to cook the cake for about 30 minutes or until the toothpick comes out nice and clean, and then let it cool, and then cut it in half, and then you could prepare your fruits. And here I have is 1 quart of heavy whipped cream, 1 cup of sugar, 1 box of the vanilla pudding, and then you whip it until it's nice and fluffy. It takes about 5 to 10 minutes, depends on how speedy your mixer is. But you do want to mix it on high speed, and then you want to take about a cup and put it into a different bowl, and then you could add the colors to the whipped cream. And I want mine to be nice and yellow, so I add a little bit more of the yellow, and then whip it together until it's nice and fluffy, and then put it in the fridge until it's ready to be used. And here what I have is, I did cut my cake earlier, so I'm just piping the whipped creams on the edges so that my fruits doesn't fall off. And what I use is 1 can of peach and 1 can of pear, and I'll chop them up, and then I'll put them back into the peach juice. So do not throw the peach juice away, but you could throw the pear juice away. And I'll pipe the whipping cream on top of it, and I like to use the piping because it's nice and even. And you could put your top layer onto the cake. And then if you I like to put more creams on the edge to make sure it's nice and even. And then once you're done, you can see that I have the linings on the bottom, so when I take it out, my cake will be nice and clean. And then you could start decorating the bottom. And you could use any design you want, but this is the design that I want to use. And you could use any fruits, but what I choose to use are the tangerines for this cake. And then you could design it any way you want. and thank you for watching.
Chờ